Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Brian Herrera and this is Cliffhanger, a conversation show about the wonderful world of movies and TV. In this episode, we will review the sport drama Creed 3.
Because this is a war. It's a fight, it's a battle.
So, how long have you known each other?
In this third installment of the Creed story, Michael B. Jordan jumps back into the character of Adonis Creed, the beloved boxer that catapulted him into the A-list status that he has now, but not just in the main character, but also in the director's share. And I have to admit, he really took this opportunity and make it his own, following the same steps that Sylvester Stallone did when he directed himself in 4 of the Rocky movies. In Creed 3, we start with Adonis enjoying the fruits of his hard work, living a sweet and tender family life, working on training the new generation of boxers, and maintaining his champion status even after his boxing retirement. But everything changes when a character of his past comes back into his life. Damien Anderson, a brotherly figure and a friend, who after being released from prison is ready to fight his way up to a life that he thinks has been taken away from him. Tessa Thompson reprises his role as Bianca, Adonis's wife. Mila Davis Ken plays the role of Amara, Creed's deaf daughter, and Jonathan Mayers is Damien Anderson, Dame, as the friend and then turns adversary in another very powerful and captivating performance. I didn't expect it to like this movie as much as I did, but I have to admit a great part of this is because of the emotional depth, the fresh reinvention of the style, and the electrifying moments that Michael B. Jordan was able to capture and transform. The movie is still a boxing extravaganza, but underneath all the punches and blood lies an almost Shakespearean like story about honor, about regrets, and the eternal question of can we run away from our past? And it's in this dilemma that the movie actually beats at its best. The first 10 minutes of the movie explain the stakes and the context the characters will navigate, showing a young Adonis oblivious of the glorious and great future he is gonna have, supporting his friend Dane on an underground boxing fight. But a violent confrontation on their way home forks drastically the path of these both men. One, for Adonis, a path towards glory, and for Dane, a path to prison for 18 years. It was an interesting choice to place Creed out of the boxing ring for a big part of the movie. Creed 1 and Creed 2, they work as the origin story of a champion, showing the obstacles and steps he has to literally fight in order to become the legend he is now. But in Creed 3, we explore a different perspective of the hero's journey, one that is closer to what Rocky Balboa was to the Rocky story, depicting the longing feeling that comes after the spotlight is gone, one that neither age nor time will change. This idea of missing the things that were, or in some other cases were never there, permeates all of the characters. Bianca, for example, she's trying to make peace with the fact that she won't perform anymore because of her hearing issues, and let's remember she was a singer. Damien, he wants to fight the world because he feels he couldn't take all the opportunities he was supposed to have because of going to prison. And Apollo and Adonis, he feels that he cannot move forward until he forgives his past. And all of this grounds the story and transform it not into just a 2 hours of mere spectacle, but also as a moving and compelling film. One that still keeps the legacy of the series and it still delivers the excitement that comes with every boxing movie. In fact, one of my favorite parts of this one is the classical training montage. Once it becomes clear Adonis has to get back into shape to fight Dame for the championship, the clips of both men struggling with the natural limitations that come with age, but still overcoming them and showcasing some mind blowing physical stamina hits all the uplifting beats the audience will expect while being widely entertaining. The filmmaking aspects of the movie are also really impressive. The film was shot with IMAX cameras, making it the first sports movie to be shot with this type of technology, and they sure did use it wisely. I am sure working with cinematographer Kramen Morgenthau and Ryan Coogler as an executive producer was a great help for B. Jordan in his directorial debut. I am impressed by the rich and dynamic language he was able to accomplish, not just repeating some previous works, but actually creating his own style and pace. The use of slow motion and extreme close ups and actually a smart framing conveys so much meaning and subtext that follows the themes of the movie. Reading an interview, Michael B. Jordan explains he wanted to show these two men that grew up in difficult environments in which they were taught not to talk about their feelings and where the only communication language they knew was violence, and what would happen when all that trauma is bottled up to a point where it needs to be released. The only way to be freed is with a punch, and it definitely translates into the big screen. The final battle and showdown is more than just a fight, it becomes a poetic space and a surreal dream where each punch is a way to unload all the trauma and pain they both have. An artistic choice so unlike any other boxing fight in the series, but still cinematic and effective. It evidences the artistic eye behind the film. The cast works excellent together. Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan, they have great chemistry together. The addition of their daughter Amara brings a sweetness and a tenderness and a charm to the movie that is really welcome. And Jonathan Majors energizes the screen with every take, proving how seriously he takes his craft and his work and how much more he has to showcase. Loki, I'm becoming a fan of his talent and his ferocity on screen. Creed 3 was a pleasant surprise. This proves that it is possible to make blockbusters with high artistic value. I will score the movie with 4.5 out of 5. There are some inconsistencies with the flashback stories between Adonis and Dame, but overall the movie is entertaining, exhilarating to watch, and it will leave you thinking, and I appreciate that. I recommend it to everyone. I think it touches universal subjects that everyone can relate to it. And also, I don't think you need to see the first or the second one in order to understand this one. If you have a little bit of basic knowledge about the characters and their arcs, this one can stand by itself. And that was it for this episode. I'm very thankful for all the support and engagement this channel is been having. I realize that the videos are being watched in other parts of the world like Peru, Venezuela, Canada, and I really like how this little community is starting to grow. The next episode, I will talk about my Oscar predictions because they're coming this Sunday. So please remember, subscribe and like. And don't forget to follow us on our social media at the Brian Herrera and Cliffhanger LA. My name is Brian, and this was Cliffhanger. See you next time.